2 days in a row going live. I'll be live every day in the month of April. I'm trying to set up the camera over here on YouTube because I'm live over there as well. I hope everybody's doing great. Hello on Instagram, TGIF. TGIF, whoa! I'm so happy it's Friday, right? But this challenge will go on for every day in April, so I'll be live every single day of April. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Friday. Fabulous, fabulous. Today's topic is a carryover from yesterday. I was sharing how I am having to work on letting go of some bad habits that served me in a previous season or previous seasons of my life, but are no longer serving me. So today I'm focusing on how to escape bad habits, like Usher says, right? Just can't escape all these bad habits. How do we escape bad habits? This morning I posted an article on Instagram, and it was an article specifically dealing with how to break bad habits. I'll post it on our YouTube community board when I get done here today. And the article was amazing. Carrie, who is much more of the psychologist in our partnership, I'm more so the life coach, kick you in your butt. He's more the psychologist, the counselor. He gave me this article to read as homework for breaking this bad habit of being a workaholic. So this applies to whatever bad habit you are looking to ditch in this season of your life. Okay, whatever your bad habit is, whatever you've got going on that's no longer serving you, this message, this live is for you. So he gave me this article, and when he gave it to me last night, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wake up in the morning, I'm gonna read this article, I'm gonna treat this like my homework to work on this area since I've identified it, right? Once you identify a habit that is no longer serving you, it's up to you to do the work to heal it, to change it, to replace it with a new habit, right? I'm gonna say that again. Once you identify a bad habit that is no longer serving you, don't think that it's just going to go away just because you're aware of it now, right? One of the things this article really pointed out really well is when you have a long-term habit, like a really long-term habit, something you've been doing day in and day out, there's a part of your brain, the subconscious, that this is now automated, right? Automated. This is on autopilot, guys. So much of what we do every day is on autopilot. You do it without thinking, you do it automatically. You're not even processing, you're not being intentional about it. You've been doing it so long, it is just a part of who you are at this point. Okay? And as I began to answer some of the questions and do some journaling this morning, and I began to dig into why is this such a bad habit for me now that I've identified it? And one of the key things that I recognized in answering these questions and kind of journaling is that I didn't see the habit as bad. This is why it's taken me so long to get to the point where I'm working to turn it around, because truth be told, I would look at the habit and I would get joy out of the habit. I was getting pleasure out of the habit. I was rewarded for the habit. There was a connection my brain made a long time ago with being a workaholic and getting great results financially, right? Financial results, building businesses, right? A lot of what I've done in business up to this point I could really say, okay, this is a part of being a workaholic, is being overdriven, ambitious, because as a workaholic, we make a connection with being ambitious to being overworked, overthinking, overworking. But that's not exactly true, right? It may have served me in a previous season, but fast forward now, right? Fast forward now, and it's sabotaging me in a lot of ways, because what served you when you were in survival mode may not be serving you in your thriving mode. Maybe you learned some habits that served you, right? Hi, Addie. That served you when you were trying to survive. I know I'm talking to somebody. I'm not alone. It served you when you were trying to survive, but now it's time to thrive. And that habit no longer is good, no longer is getting you out of a short-term situation. It's no longer, you're no longer having to work yourself to death to get yourself out of the hole. You now have to shift, as we mentioned yesterday in our live, right? Yesterday in our Rise Up first installment. We now have to shift because it's now time to thrive, and you actually need some new habits to serve you in the thriving side of your life, right? New habits. So that means we now have to dissect the faulty thinking, the limited thinking, the faulty core beliefs that you've built around the bad habit. You can't just say it's a bad habit. You have to go into the psychology of the bad habit and why you are still doing it, because subconsciously you really do believe that it's serving you. I'm going to pause. One second. I want you to think about that for a second. Think about how subconsciously you have made connections in your mind to say, yeah, I know it's not great, but at the same time, it does give me A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? It does make me feel good. See, there's always a pleasure and a pain principle at work as well, right? So in my exercise, I had to actually sit and list the negative side effects of my bad habit. The negative side effects of my bad habit. Like Usher says in the songs, bad habits, right? I just can't escape all of these bad habits. Repetitive, repetitive. Even when you want to change it, you don't change it. You keep repeating the pattern. Why? Here's why. Once you identify the negative effects of the bad habit, you begin to become aware of how the bad habit is truly sabotaging what you really truly want. But you first have to make the disconnect. You have to be able to say, no, wait a minute. The devil is a lie. This isn't serving me. So I'm going to get real with some of y'all. Let's get real. Using this woman for maintenance sex is no longer serving me when I'm wanting to be in a serious monogamous relationship that's leading towards marriage. Fellas, getting the sex from here and there and everywhere to serve my temporary, spontaneous, lustful desires or needs is not getting me any closer to the caliber of woman. And spiritually, it is not attracting to me the woman I want, who is my wife, my soulmate, my purpose partner. That behavior is no longer serving me. I had my hoe season, right? Fellas, I'm talking to you for a second. I had my hoe season. I had my player season. Yes, I was young, and as a child, I spake as a child. As a child, I acted as a child. But now, as a man, as an adult, I'm going to choose to make some different choices about how I share and who I share my body, my time, and my energy with, because I now want some more fulfilling and more depth to my relationships, and to eventually this woman I really want to be with, that I would die for. So what's another aspect, right? Listen, I want y'all to get honest with me. What bad habits have you carried over from a survival mode, fun mode, whatever mode you were in or season you were in before? What have you brought over into this new season that's no longer serving where you really want to be or where you're going? This is what I identified in my work this morning. In this shadow work, right? In this healing work, as I'm journaling, I had to get honest. Janika over here said trust issues. What's the topic? We're talking about bad habits, AO. How to break bad habits. When to recognize that something is no longer serving you and it's time to let it go. So as I began to really dig in deep and analyze it, the negative side effects of me being a workaholic, guess what it took priority over? My physical health, my mental health, my work-life balance, my relationships, and being present for my children, my husband, living in the moment, right? When my mind, what I analyzed and realized was that I literally, guys, had set up such a repeat pattern in my life that doing small projects, short-term projects where I work intensely hard, like short bursts of work where I'm working on a project and then I get the reward from that work, like creating a course, creating a campaign, right? Creating something that literally then gets me immediate results. I'm able to sell it, make goo gobs of money, or starting a new company, start making more money. I literally began to realize that I literally was treating this stuff like a high. It was a high for me, guys. I've been doing this for years, right? In business, new ideas, new concepts, new campaigns, new products, new services, and I'm selling, and I'm creating and selling, creating and selling. And so there's this positive reinforcement, right? Positive reinforcement that then I'm saying, "Oh wow, see, this is great. That worked great. Where's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing?" But that thinking is no longer, that behavior is no longer serving me because now I've created a lot of content. I've created a lot of products and services. We have all kinds of courses. We wouldn't have to create not one more course in our universities, you guys. We wouldn't have to create not one more course. We always have something to sell. It's now getting in that place where you're setting up more staff, more systems, more automation. And guess what? Another negative side effect I realized. I tend to not focus on the long term or bigger projects because I'm so looking for my high from the short term reward behavior. Does that make sense, guys, to somebody? I'm looking for the short-term reward, which means I don't focus on the long-term projects like writing more books, right? Writing more books. I have 4 books sitting over here, guys, that are not finished. Everybody's waiting on. Like you need workbooks, you need books, right? But this goes on the back burner because there's always one more course to create. There's always one more class to create. Right? There's always one more service. Janika says, I'm the opposite. I'm too focused on long term and I struggle to enjoy present moments, right? And so when you begin to recognize, I recognize, wow, this is holding me back from my CEO activity. Ooh, wait a minute. You mean by being a workaholic and being addicted to all this short-term stuff, I'm actually ignoring and procrastinating about my CEO millionaire activities? Because see, I could keep generating on this level, making tons of money, but there's a next level that requires more delegation, more staff, more automation, right? I can't work on that stuff and get that stuff in place if I'm over here completely consumed by the mundane, basic stuff that I've been doing for years. Has that worked really well? Yes. Have we made a lot of money? Do we still continue to make a lot of money? Yes. But it's not serving us to the next level and where God's taking us now. So this morning, as I did my exercises, guys, and I'm writing this stuff out, it was like, this is no longer serving me. That's right, Bill. It's no longer serving me. And then I recognized, wow. So I get up in the morning. Guess what I struggle to do? I have created a habit from the time my feet hit the ground, you guys. I'm literally going into work mode, hustle mode, overwork mode. Go, hit it, gotta get it done. Go, 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 go. This has been my routine for years, right? And then because things have done so great, it's positively reinforced, right? These classes sell out, these retreats sell out, courses sell out, coaching certification sells out. But yet I put going to the gym on the back burner. I'm always steadily gaining weight and having to lose it and gaining weight and having to lose it. Why? Because my physical well-being is not in a maintenance mode. I'm ignoring my physical exercise. I'm often ignoring my nutrition. When I am in go mode, guys, I will live on coffee and protein shakes, sitting at my desk 12 hours, go, go, go. And if we're honest, we've even, esteemed this as a virtue, that kind of work ethic, right? Right, Nadine? Love your honesty. The abundance God promises comes with accountability and balance. Yes, Nadine. And so for me, I'm sitting here, wait, I'm not going to the gym. Guess what? When I'm meditating and praying in the morning, I'm rushing through it because my mind is already on all my tasks. That's right, Jordan. It's part of the hustle culture. It's literally been idolized in our current society. Hustle, hustle, go hard, harder, harder, right? I got to stop looking just to serve the flesh and pivot and listen. So then, guess what? When I'm doing my meditation and my prayer time, I'm rushing through. My mind's already 5 tasks ahead on my to-do list for the day. I already picked up my phone and looked at the emails. I already picked up my phone and looked at social media, right? I've already picked this stuff up. And my mind's already engaged in all of the work, 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 work. So now I'm not focused on the other priorities that I need to be getting done. And those things, well, tomorrow, I'll go to the gym tomorrow, or I'll meal prep tomorrow, or, I'm going to get my prayer and meditation in tomorrow. So now all these other areas of your life become imbalanced because of this one bad habit that you put into effect during a season that you needed to. Those 18-hour days 10 and 15 years ago served me really well, guys, but now it's not serving, not needed anymore. And so as I wrote out the negative side effects of this bad habit, that's when it becomes easier to let it go. And then you have to then put in a plan for a new habit, right? New habits. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about new habits. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about how to replace a bad habit with a new habit, how you do that, the amount of time it takes to do that. And I'm going to share tomorrow, day 3 of the Rise Up Challenge. I'm going to share tomorrow and on what my plan is, because I'm starting Monday. Okay, guys, I give myself the weekend to just relax. I'm not working this weekend. I'm not doing nothing. But Monday, I'm starting my new plan. And I'm going to share exactly what my new plan is tomorrow. I'm going to share what I'm doing, my accountability, what measures am I putting in place to keep myself accountable, okay, to implementing my new habit and minimizing my old habit. Okay, we're going to share that tomorrow. So tune in, because we're going to stay on this topic of bad habits, and we're going to stay on this topic of shifting with God, right? Shifting with God into your new season, because there are some things you've got to let go. So this is how I'm going to leave you today. I want you to think about the habits that are no longer serving you. No longer serving you. I want you to get honest, right? Hi, Rebecca. You have gotten through some hard times. Yes, I have, sweetheart. Some really hard times. I want you guys to think about think about your current behaviors, current activities, and I want you to think about and even ask God, present it to God. God, show me my habits that are no longer serving me. Identify the habits that are no longer serving you. Okay? So tomorrow I'm going to come in and I want you guys to share what are the habits as you've dug deeper that are no longer serving you. People pleasing, right? Casual sex, a lack mindset. What is it? Let's get honest, guys. Let's get honest about some bad habits we picked up in previous seasons of our lives that are no longer serving our greater good. And then let's talk about it tomorrow, and then let's put in a plan. All right? We're going to replace bad habits with new habits. That's what we're going to do. All right? Mwah. Love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 3 of the Rise Up Challenge. Like I said, I'm going to be live every single day. Don't forget, for those of you guys who are serious about helping other people, to serve other people, helping other people to heal, make sure you're signing up for the Abundant Life Coach certification. Summer session starts May 17th. So the process is open, applications process is open. You're able to apply. You're able to sign up and get started with that. It's a 12-week program to become a certified Abundant Life Coach. Make sure you sign up for that for summer. The website's not updated, but it is open. So get your applications in and you'll be able to get an email that you'll be able to set up your interview. All right. Only 25 slots for summer. Only 25 slots available. And I think a few of them are already gone. People got them in early. Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. Anad, your skin is so vibrant. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, guys. Happy Friday. That's right. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on the bell for notifications because I'm going to be live all of April, every single day. So subscribe and make sure you turn on your notifications. All right, guys. Love you. Blessings in abundance. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.